The pattern of composition and structure of membrane of biological system is always a debatable subject. There are several proposals of membrane models which explain in detail about the structure and internal parts of the membrane, how they function, how they are arranged, and what are the possibility of different activities takes place in the membrane. So let us see in detail about membrane structure. We have seen membrane structure in detail. Now we'll try to discuss about two different models proposed by different scientists for clear understanding and to understand the relation between function and structure of membrane. We have started discussing about sandwich model. Sandwich model of membrane structure was given by Dawson and Daniel in 1935, and then after another model was proposed by Singer and Nicholson in 1972. In case of sandwich model, the scientists explained that membrane is made up of two different parts, lipids and proteins. There is phospholipid bilayer, and inside this phospholipid bilayer, membrane proteins are embedded inside. This model failed to convince the scientists that how function of membrane is related to structure of membrane. There are so many different functions of membrane in which activity and movement of the integral components is necessary. And in case of sandwich model, it was static one which could not explain the movement of the substances found inside the membrane during different reactions. So that is why this was not well accepted model. And then after there was another proposal in 1972 by two different scientists, S. Jonathan Singer and Garth L. Nicholson. They say that membrane is made up of two main components, proteins and lipids, and few carbohydrate complexes are there. The membrane is acting as a two-dimensional fluid. So this was addition to the sandwich model, and this has nicely explained the movement of the integral parts of membrane. There were characteristics of membrane model that lipid and proteins are held together by hydrophobic interactions. These hydrophobic interactions help the membrane to become fluid in nature. The proteins can float inside the phospholipid bilayer. The bilayer is continuous bilayer of phospholipid molecules, and globular proteins are embedded inside. The lipid-protein association is hydrophobic, and the fluidity of the membrane is the result of the hydrophobicity of this particular phospholipid bilayer. They said that the membrane is mosaic of proteins float in the fluid lipid bilayer like boats on a pond. There were certain other characteristics like most of the lipids and proteins can move laterally and transversely. Phospholipids move faster than proteins. The proteins are connected to some adhering parts, maybe cytoskeleton or some other complexes. Unsaturated hydrocarbon tails found on lipids increase the fluidity. Cholesterol molecule, because its fused ring structure is very stable molecule, and the presence of these molecules in eukaryotic biological membrane decreases the fluidity of the membrane and make the membrane more stabilized. They say that there may be different type of movements inside the membrane is possible, like flexation, flip-flop motion, rapid lateral diffusion, and also rotation. The lipid bilayer provides the permeability barrier to the organisms. Mosaicism is a characteristic of this particular membrane model, that membranes are mosaics of proteins in a bilayer. And there are different type of proteins, integral and peripheral. They are connected by particular adhering part with a membrane. The membrane is a quasi-fluid structure in which fluids, liquids and integral proteins are arranged in a mosaic manner. There are two different types of globular proteins inside the membrane. First is extrinsic protein, that is peripheral protein. Another is intrinsic protein, that is integral protein. Extrinsic proteins are soluble in nature and they dissociate from the membrane easily, whereas intrinsic proteins are embedded very deeply. They are insoluble in nature and they dissociate from the membrane with much of the difficulty. This figure shows about fluidity of the membrane. We can see different type of movements found in the phospholipid bilayer. In the unit component parts, lateral movement and flip-flop movement possible in phospholipid. Then in second figure, we can see the more amount of unsaturated hydrocarbon tails which produces nicks and allows the membrane to become more fluid in nature, whereas in case of more amount of saturated hydrocarbon tails, they give the viscosity to the membrane and membrane become more static and stable because of unsaturated type of fatty acid chains. In third figure, we can see there is more amount of cholesterol molecules in the membrane structure which make the membrane more stable and static. The fluidity of the membrane depends on two main factors, the temperature and types and numbers of the molecules inside the membrane. Some of the integral proteins partially penetrate either from the surface of the lipid bilayer and also right through the membrane, that is transmembrane proteins. The integral proteins are amphipathic in nature, consisting of polar as well as non-polar components. The integral proteins are capable of doing lateral diffusion in the lipid bilayer. Phospholipids are dispersed in water. At that time they form a lipid bilayer. The polar heads of lipid molecules project into aqueous phase and the hydrophobic chains aggregate together inside. Fluid mosaic model explains the control mechanism of fluidity of the membrane. Membrane can control the fluidity by three different ways: by regulating the temperature, by changing amount of fatty acid and type, and also it controls by adding fluidity modifier or stabilizers like cholesterol molecule. At physiological temperature, increasing the amount of cholesterol in the bilayer helps to decrease the fluidity of the membrane. Membrane proteins are classified in different ways. Integral proteins consist of amino acid residues with hydrophobic side chains that are folded in alpha helical conformation. Integral proteins are tightly bound to membrane through interactions with the hydrophobic core of the bilayer. One of the major glycoproteins in the plasma membrane of erythrocytes is glycophorin A. A protein found in photosynthetic bacteria captures energy from light and uses it to pump protons across the bacterial membrane is called bacteriorhodopsin. The membrane has selective permeability which depends on the presence of specific integral proteins and their amount. In case of non-polar molecules, they usually nicely pass through the membrane. Whereas in case of polar molecules, if they are small, they can go and come inside the membrane. But if they are larger and polar, there will be requirement of transporter proteins for their transport through the membrane. I hope you have understood the different models of membrane structure and their characteristics. In the next session, we will select some other topic of prokaryotic metabolism. Till then, stay happy, stay at your home, take very good care of yourself. God bless you. Bye.